Welcome to Honors Algebra 2. We're just going to go through the syllabus real quick. If you want your parents or guardians to be here with you, call them over so that they can initial while you are initialing as well. Otherwise, you need to go through this with them. So my name is Mrs. Dezou, if you didn't have me last year. I do want you to understand that we want to create a safe space for everyone. We're going to be working together a lot in groups. And we don't want any condescending attitudes or smack talking because somebody doesn't get the concept as quickly as someone else or because someone makes a mistake. We're going to be respectful of everyone all the time. If you need to get a hold of me with a question or help on homework, Remind is the easiest way to get a hold of me. Okay, if you email me, I'm not necessarily going to get the notification as quickly, and it's a lot harder to send pictures back and forth through email also. So your Remind sign up will be noticed later on in the syllabus, but all you need to do is text Mrs. Dezou, DZ, actually, Algebra 2, Alg 2, 81010. So you're going to text at Miss DZ Alg 2 to 81010. And it's written out in the syllabus down at the bottom. If you need tutoring, just let me know. I have duty and you're going to have activities that you're involved in. So if we just get our heads together, we'll figure out a time that works for both of us. Okay, so same as last year. Purpose of this class is to push you. Is to help your brain grow, which is different than just gaining new information. Okay, we actually want you to be smarter. We want you to be able to think better, to problem solve better. So it's going to require a lot more maturity, responsibility, and self-management than a typical class so that we can deepen those critical thinking skills and problem solving skills. And this is actually going to grow your brain. It's kind of like a muscle. You got to work it out harder in order for it to get bigger. Okay, the reason why we want to do that, number one, is just so you can be a better thinker when you're an adult and make better decisions, but also because most of you are going to be going to college, you're going to have to take the ACT and SAT test. They are very rigorous and they are timed. So you can expect that from my tests. They're not going to be easy, they're not multiple choice, and you must finish it in the one class period. Okay, so you're going to have to learn to think deeply and learn to think quickly. And then you will also, okay, and the third reason is that you are on track to take the AP Calculus class. Doesn't mean you will, but some of you will, and so therefore it's my responsibility to prepare you for that class as well. So what I need you to do is to initial here and have your parent or guardian initial here, saying that you understand the design and purpose of this class. Now, how are we going to do these things? Process. Just like last year, it's going to be a student-centered class where I am the facilitator. You'll be watching my videos at home and taking notes and listening. Should put that in there. Y'all know who you were that were taking shortcuts last year. If you're not listening, you're missing some important instruction. So make sure you're listening to the video and then taking notes along the way. And then just like last year, you're going to have a bell ringer and an exit ticket every day that we do practice problems. That's going to be your daily grades that count 15%. Then every few days we'll have a quiz, usually about once a week. Those are going to count 25%. Notice there are no retakes on quizzes. And then at the end of each unit, we will have a test, and your test average is 60%. Notice you get to take one of those each 9 weeks. You have to come to me for tutoring and then get all that done within 5 days. And then as always, I'm going to star this. No matter what the assignment, if you don't show me work, you're not going to get any kind of credit for it. So I need to see something written down that shows me how you got from the problem to your answer. Okay, and then just like last year, you're going to walk in, you're going to, first 5 minutes, do your bell ringer so I can look over your notes and then you're going to show me that you learned something by doing that bell ringer. Then at the end of class, you're going to do an exit ticket independently, which means you cannot talk to your friends when you're doing that exit ticket. So it's up to you to make sure that you're learning along the way while we're doing practice problems in class and asking questions. And then once again, just to reiterate, if you don't show me any work, you're not going to get any credit. That's true for bell ringers and exit tickets as well. So please have your parent or guardian and yourself initial here saying you understand the process of how this class is going to go. Okay, the materials that you need to be successful. Because you're watching videos, you're going to need a device to access them. It can be your cell phone, your personal computer at home, or your school-issued Chromebook. I will say that there have been issues on the Chromebook with the volume, and no one has been able to figure out a solution to that. So if you are having a hard time hearing them, then download the Canvas app on your cell phone and listen to them through that. And there hasn't been any problems with that. So because you need to access them online, you will need a Wi-Fi source so you can listen to them at home. You can use the school Wi-Fi on your Chromebook, or some of you may have a school-issued hotspot. I highly suggest a notebook to keep everything organized so that you can keep your notes and your practice problems in there. That is not required. I'm not going to check it. Make sure you have a pencil or 2 or 3 or 10, because you are going to make mistakes, and I am not going to sift through your chicken scratch if you've scratched it all out and written it sideways and upside down to fit it all in the space. So no pen. And then a calculator is going to be your best friend in this class, so make sure that you have one. You don't need a graphing calculator. You can certainly use one. If you have it, I would not go out and spend, $100 on one. These are the ones just like you had last year that I suggest. Because they're solar, you don't have to deal with batteries, and you can find them easily at Walmart or Amazon. And then if you like to draw or write out on your desk, you need to bring your own black dry erase markers. Don't use the colored ones on the desk. They smear all over the place. And then if everyone could bring a box of tissues and a 12-pack of pencils to leave in the classroom for everyone to use, that would be helpful as well. Everyone needs those at some point in time. Okay, notice here, no cell phones or any electronics are going to be allowed in class. You know that again from last year. I'm going to give you one warning to put it away. Then if I see it again, I'm going to take it up. This includes your cell phones, your Chromebook. Your Chromebook does not need to be out in class unless you have finished everything and are choosing to watch the video for the next day. Same thing with any kind of earbuds. They are not to be in your ears during class unless you are watching the instructional video for the next day. So make sure those things are put away so you don't get them taken up. Okay, again, parent initials here, student initials here. And then the last thing I need you to do is to make sure you have signed up for Remind. Again, here is the way you're going to do that. This initialing here indicates that you have done that. Do not initial there if you have not signed up for my Remind. And then the very last thing I need your parent or guardian to do right here is to tell me the best email and the best phone number for me to contact them. And that's it. So notice the next 2 pages are the exact same thing, but up in the corner it says keep. I want you to keep that paper for yourself to refer back to. And then the first 2 pages up in the corner, it says return by Thursday. If you return this by Thursday, you will get a 100 in the grade book, the easiest grade you're going to make this year. So make sure you do that, put it on your calendar, or write yourself a note somewhere to make sure this gets returned to me by Thursday. If you have any questions, please let me know.